Okay, this next video that I'm getting ready to check out, it's titled Frankie Boyle Best of Audience Annihilation Part 1. This one was specifically recommended to me. There was not a mention of I know there's a Part 2, but Part 2 was not specifically recommended. So if I should check it out, maybe you guys, the person who recommended this to me, let me know if Part 2 is worth it, or maybe I'll just be interested to check it out myself, because a lot depends on how funny I find this. I mean, I haven't seen any of Frankie Boyle's videos. I don't even really have a memory of knowing who he is or even recognizing his name. So he's like, this is completely new to me. Sorry, I'm shaking the... When I move around, and then the arm of my chair is pressed against my desk. So anytime I move, that's so annoying. Try to be real still. Okay. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and press play.
What about you, man? That's a rather strange fucking injury you've developed there. What happened to you?
Burnt myself.
You burnt yourself? That sounded awfully deliberate there. You know what I mean? Burnt myself. How did you burn yourself?
I got burnt at work, Frankie.
You got burnt? Now you've fucking changed your story. Fucking one call to those fucking no-fees lawyers, and suddenly you got burnt at work. A minute ago you'd burnt yourself. You're going to fucking fold in the witness box like a red-hot Mars bar.
Okay.
What happened to you?
I work for a company that makes a lot of hot shit, and
You work for a company that makes a lot of hot shit. Well, I can see this starting to come together like the start of an episode of Casualty, isn't it? How do you put your elbow in something hot?
I just kind of brushed against it, and I was fucked.
I just brushed against it and I was fucked. It's a lovely understatement to Scottish people, isn't it? That's why you don't really get us in those kind of 999 rescue shows that America has, you know what I mean? I was driving along and I just kind of fucked the car into a tree.
Oh my gosh, his accent is so strong, you guys.
I ended up fucked, the car was fucked, tree was fucked. Thank God there was no hot shit around. I just jumped out and rammed my fucking elbow into it like a man. How you doing, wee boys? A fucking wee boy with a receding hairline. How you doing, Benjamin Button?
Benjamin Button.
You've been hit with a death ray or something? What, are you a wee boy? Are you a fucking sort of fresh-faced old man? What the fuck are you? You wee boy? Is this your parents? Fucking hell, you brought two? Don't worry. Your mum knows you wank.
No.
Your mum wanks too.
Oh my God. I wasn't expecting that.
Sometimes your mum wanks your dad.
Oh. That is not something they want in their heads.
The only thing they don't know is that you wank thinking about your mum wanking your dad.
No.
Well, hello.
Okay, hold on. I'm afraid I'm moving around too much. So I'm going to push my desk back because I know this guy. Okay. I'm going to push my desk back so that the camera's not shaking. So I'm going to pause this a little bit. Okay, I've situated myself, or resituated myself. So let us resume.
Well, hello, Hackney. I had a wee look round Hackney today. Looks like a fucking holding pen for the Jeremy Kyle show.
Okay, so obviously he's talking about things that are specific to that area. So, when that happens, it's going to go right over my head because I won't know what he's talking about.
How you doing, little fella? You've made a fucking effort. Looks like someone shaved a monkey and kicked it through Top Man.
Oh, okay. So hold on. Is this something he does? Is this like a thing with him? Where he spends a portion of his stand-up stuff roasting various audience members? Or does this just kind of happen spontaneously?
You've gone for it with the hair here, haven't you? You look like a moderately powerful Pokemon. Why is he a giant version of you? You look fucking Russian dolls there. How you doing, big fella? How's life been since you played Mongo in the Blazing Saddles movie?
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
What'd you do, big man?
IT.
IT. And you said that in a sort of, and my soul is dying every time I sit in front of the computer screen.
Oh.
What about you, Frodo? What's your story?
Frodo.
I called you Frodo. Because you look like you've had your ring destroyed. I don't know.
Oh.
What do you do, man?
Photographer.
You're a what?
Photographer.
You're a photographer. You're a trainee paedophile, sir. You got Scottish people? I love that cheer Scottish people do when they think there's a lot more Scottish people in. Yay! Oh, we're surrounded. Where are you from, Scottish people? You sound fucking... Oh, Paisley, he's topped you in Shittown top trunks there. Sorry, we've had a higher bids. What's brought you down from Paisley? A raft made from turnips. Although I quite liked your answer. Drugs. I suspect that's your answer to a lot of questions. What time is it? Drugs!
Why he laughs.
Fife? Who's from Fife?
The Kingdom of Fife.
Whereabouts in Fife you from? Kirkcaldy. I have to explain this to them now. Basically, Kirkcaldy, the town's pride took a bit of a knock recently when they found out that the people of Ethiopia were holding a rock concert for them.
Is that for real?
So what are you doing in London?
Working.
Working. There's a dour Scottish answer. You're just going to bleed the information out gradually, aren't you? A fucking human riddle from Kirkcaldy. My first is in Windmill, but not in Canal. I work, but what do I work at? Guess again. What do you work at?
Consultant.
Consultant. Do you want to go any deeper into the
Another vague
explanation,
answer.
or we just...
Yeah.
Management consulting.
Management consulting. What are they managing?
Not very much.
Are they managing to find you quite an annoying cunt? Dane, man, what do you do? You're a stockbroker. What about you, man? You're a plumber. Fantastic. How do you know him? Plumbers and stockbrokers. Friends? What the fuck do you talk about? Oh, yeah, I made quite a bit of money short selling on Nike today. Yeah, really? I broke up a big jobby in a toilet. How you doing, fucking Gigantor? You alright, man? This guy, you're just fucking looking at me like I'm a big sausage holding a microphone, aren't you? How you doing, big fella? What's your role in life?
Lawyer.
You're a lawyer? Fucking hell. What type of law? Property law. Could you be more worthless?
I was going to say, sounds like such a boring law field. Property, business. I like things like the type of law that intrigues me is like a criminal law, because that's the most dramatic, right? Probably a lot of people find that interesting.
Property law. Could you be more worthless? It's not often I'll say this. Not often I'll say this, but you should stick your face in a meat grinder and go and live in the woods. I don't mean this to sound horrible, I really don't. But I could watch you being raped and not feel a flicker of emotion.
What? Stuff he comes up with.
That's not true. I'd be angry they weren't killing him.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
Hello, Glasgow. How you doing, wee man? Are you a weird-looking straight guy or a really weird-looking gay guy? I'd come on your face just to cover it up. How much did I pay you? That was your fucking effort, was it? When your mum gave birth, she shat you out so she could leave her pussy free for fucking the doctors.
Oh my gosh, this guy. This has got to be a thing
You're
with
getting
him.
a fucking hard time for getting your phone out, you dozy cunt. Where you from? Any idea? Just looking up at me like your fucking cat started talking. You got a blank face there, pal. If you held that expression for long enough in a hospital, you get fucking switched off.
I wonder if anybody's ever gotten legitimately mad at him with some of this stuff.
You're from Belfast. I've heard a bit about Belfast. Apparently you have some religious worries over there. We don't really take any opinion of it. It's none of our business, to be honest. What brought you over? The ferry? You working here?
No, on the brew.
On the brew? Listen to how popular that's made you in the room there. Fucking 400 years on, Irish immigration still a fucking issue for these people.
I'm kind of clueless as to what this is referencing.
I'll give you a job, man, because we might need to fight our way out of this fucking thing at the end, okay? Is that your girlfriend? You're doing fucking well for yourself, man. Bet you her parents just wish that you'd hurry up and murder her so they could grieve properly. Bet you they're in tears every time they see Shrek. So those two empty seats right in the middle, this is supposed to be sold out. Where are they? I hope they're dead in a fucking car crash. And what are you guys here in your fucking waistcoats and your suits and... I mean, don't answer cunts, because I can fucking see that. You're doing fucking jumping about Glasgow in a fucking morning coat with a side parting. I once had people shouting me in this city from a moving car for wearing gloves. Gloves, you prick. It's winter. Fucking hell, are you on some kind of poverty safari? Who are you? Where are you from?
Glasgow.
You're from Glasgow? Where the fuck abouts are you? Where the fuck have you not been picked off? What do you do? Inside you're from Pollock? What the fuck is going on here?
Okay, I admit to being completely clueless as to what he's referring to. I know obviously it has something to do with the area. So a lot of this stuff he's referencing is really going over my head. I'm just not quite getting what's so funny just because it's so regional.
Have you quantum leaped here from an alternative, Pollock? Got to a stage now where people come up and talk to me in the street, and I fucking hate people. Arseholes are attracted to me in the same way that a store detective is attracted to a 2002 Celtic away top. People come up to me and they say, Frankie, what should I do if an ex-girlfriend phones me up and tells me that she's HIV positive? And I say, the trick is to always act surprised.
Because you would be.
Shall I tell you what I'm like, Johnny? I think I can explain myself to you.
No.
When I was a wee boy, my granddad used to take me up into the loft. He'd take down a chest that he had up there. He'd open up the chest. Do you know what was in it? A mermaid.
Yep.
And he'd have me stripped naked as a wee boy.
Oh my God.
And make love to that mermaid on the floor while he watched for his sexual gratification. Now, years later, when the old bastard was dead, I went back up into the loft. I took down the chest and opened up. Do you know what I found in there? A dead monkey with its legs sewn together.
Oh, what? No, jeez. That's so twisted.
You remind me of that monkey, Johnny.
This guy. Okay. So, my first exposure to Frankie Boyle. I feel a little mixed about him because some of the stuff was pretty funny. I think the funniest segment of this video was when he was talking to the kids and their parents. That one was the funniest. But his humor, it's like kind of like a shock type humor, or he just throws out this ridiculous stuff that he says to people and roasts them pretty hard. And I didn't get a lot of the humor just because it was region specific. But if this is like humor like this type of raw sort of humor, it can kind of wear thin on me pretty quickly. So it's like I probably would prefer something like this in smaller doses. So I wonder if there's maybe not necessarily a compilation, because this was a compilation of clips from different performances, which I guess I didn't realize that's what it was going to be. But I wonder if there's a bit he has that is sort of one actual theme going on, that maybe if I saw something like that, I would enjoy it a little bit more. Like, I didn't not enjoy it. It's just, it wasn't anything that, you know, really grabs me as far as the type of comedy, or, you know, the type of stand-up comedy that I tend to like or prefer. So if you guys have any recommendations, or the gentleman that recommended him to me, I'm going to try to look up the name because I don't remember the name of who it was that recommended him. But if there's a specific bit that you think is pretty funny, well, I mean, everybody's taste in humor is different, right? So, you know, it can be hit or miss with this type of thing. But if there's any specific bit of his that's you know, pretty well known as being hilarious, then let me know and I'll check out something that's different than this, where it's not a compilation. So, yeah. I don't really feel like I have a whole lot more to add, honestly, to this, other than what I said during the moments that I would stop, because it's not really a type of it's not a type of comedy that sort of lends itself to a lot of discussion or thought on my part. It's just, you hear it, okay, it's done, you laugh, it's over. Nothing really, it's not sparking any sort of discussion in my brain. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call this some quits. Later, guys.